What's good, my spiritual family? What's good, my niggas? What's good, my people? What's good? Hope y'all been taking care of yourself. Just fucking around. You hear in the intro. Egyptian Imran here, starting up with another video. And today we're going to be talking about my experience with the occult. So without further ado, let's get right into it because we don't waste no time here. We get right to the subject. Boom. Let's go ahead and spark up. So my experience with the occult. This actually started a few years ago when I really started to come into my space of self-development. Woo! Because self-development really was the key for me. Self-help and all that shit, whatever you want to call it, right? Damn. Oh, fuck. Shit. There's another one coming. Fuck. Okay. Shit. Okay, so, yeah, I really started the self-help journey, and I went down that rabbit hole. I'm trying to read books and get into all this shit, and red pill, blue pill, all this, like, philosophical knowledge, and reading books to help grow your mind in terms of creating wealth mentally first so you can arrive there physically, and reading books like Think and Grow Rich and stuff like that. So a lot of you know, some mainstream books and some kind of different unique books too, but little mix, you know. So this was around the time I started getting into sales. See, I saw sales as an opportunity to kind of because I love psychology, right? Because I had some past trauma, which I'll get into another video about, personal with it. Right now, we don't really need to get into that. But some past trauma that created some, a lack of understanding sometimes in certain relationships and certain things that are taking place psychologically between people. So that kind of creates some mental illnesses and stuff like that. Depression and, you know, anxiety, shit like that. So that's kind of a lot of the stuff I had to work through. So that's where I come from. So learning psychology kind of and sales and shit like that, you know, it's all tied in together. And self-development, self-help, and working on myself. And I was doing all this to better myself and to get to the place in life which I thought was successful and was the shit. You know, I wanted to be in a place where I was wealthy. I would have, like, everything I would want, all my needs met, all my desires and shit, you know what I'm saying? And get the life. I wanted the motherfucking rich man life. That's what I still to this day, currently, I am wealth. I am wealth. I'm goddamn wealth. I'm wealth. This is motherfucking alchemy out here. I am wealth. I am wealth as a manifestation. And I set the intention within my being of speaking to God, my relationship with God, to create this aura within myself to be able to harvest the intention of what I want. So basically, I tell myself what I want. I tell myself what I want, so it is. I tell myself what is, so my wants actually disappear. So I tell myself what is within myself, and then it happens, right? And that's that relationship with God I have, because my relationship with God, as we discussed in previous videos, is not like no motherfucking religious theosophy type shit. No, I see God, and God is within everyone, everything and nothing. It's in the all, and that's my relationship with God. So I'm able to set those intentions and foundations within my life to create spaces for myself to where I could develop in the way that I would deem right for myself. Whatever my awareness picks up on and gravitates towards type shit. So sales and psychology was something that brought me into the world of occultism. And the world of not really occultism, more so the occult, okay? Because the occult means is hidden, right? So that's not anything like satanic or some shit. Like it's not anything like that. It's it's just hidden. It's hidden in plain sight too, though, because everything you learn within the occult, right? The motherfucking occult, right? Everything you learn within the occult is that's the same shit within everyday life. That's everything you learn, everything, because it all has to tie in with spiritual being, and that's kind of what got me into the occult, because I was actually working with someone, and we're about to get into from the sales, who had ties with the occult, and I think that motherfucker, I can't confirm this for sure, and I don't really want to get to the details of it either, but I think the motherfucker was, on I think he was involved with some occult shit. I think so, and I can't confirm that, but everything tied in with it. My subconscious was like, this motherfucker, like, he's on some other shit. Like, I could sense it, I could feel it, and I got certain signs. And the motherfucker eventually just sent me some occult shit. Sent me like a resource for some shit that was the occult, hidden. It was just hidden, and I was like, oh shit, that's hidden right there. How the fuck do you have that? How do you have access to that shit? So, anyways, like I said, I don't really want to get into details of it. We're not gonna really get into, because it's really no point to. But, and we don't really have to go there. But just to keep moving right here, it's everything that got me into working with this person. I was actually doing some sales. We had a sales relationship with this dude right here, and yeah, that shit had to end though, right? So that when that shit ended, I was able to look back on my experience doing what I was doing with him, and how it affected me psychologically, and how it affected me. It's almost like motherfucking trauma that kind of built up when I was doing that too, because it was really me trying to grow and experience something new. But at the same time, it all came down to what I was doing when I was with him, and the experiences I got there. So it was always this spiritual sensitivity that was always present when I was around this motherfucker right here. And there would be always something, I would learn something something new every day, because I was into my self-help and self-development shit. So I was always like reading something. I was always on the internet looking at some shit, and it would always come back to me growing and bettering myself. But what happened was, eventually this shit kind of started to get a little bit on the more manipulative end, and then I was like, shit, hold up, who the fuck am I working with? What the fuck? I was like, who am I working with? This ain't the same motherfucker I thought I was gonna be working with, but it turned out the situation, damn, I think I'm getting played here. I was getting played in this situation that I was in. And when I realized that shit, I was like, oh, okay. So then I realized some of the shit that I was doing was kind of, on the manipulative end. That's how like it started as something that was like good and good intention and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It was all good intention and good heart. You know what I'm saying? It was to better myself, to grow, to get a new experience, to do something that makes me afraid, which is to motherfucking do some sales and shit like that. And then kind of create like a foundation for what I could do in the motherfucking Matrix world. You know what I'm saying? Do as my everyday experience. Work. What could I do for work? That's what I was trying to create, like my career and shit like that. And this is related. We don't really have to go into the details of this shit right here, but just to kind of cover it. Me dropping out not dropping out, but me graduating high school, because I did graduate, get that shit straight, and I never went to college because I was like, fuck that shit. Yeah, college could go fuck itself. I got nothing to do with college. I got no place in college. Like, I got no reason to do college. I got no reason to, even if they motherfucking let me go in for free. It's like, okay, I mean, I really got no reason to. But I decided to put my attention and my focus towards just creating the shit I wanted to create, to educate myself through the fucking internet, through resources, and through the world, through experience and people and shit like that. And that's the way I was like seeing it. And then I was like, why the fuck do I need college to get like the middleman to hand down me some education that may or may not be true? Because who the fuck knows? How you know what you're reading in that book? got the real answers, you know? Like history, for example. How you know whoever wrote that shit didn't adulterate and change up the history in some sort of way? Because we know. Like, hold on. I'm motherfucking water real quick. How do you sit? I know in school that they have all the time something to say about Egyptians and shit like that. And then whenever we were learning about ancient Egypt, whenever we learned about the pyramids, they were always like, oh, these are great creations that ancient civilizations made and shit like that. And they would say stuff like that, but it was always under the context of Egyptians using slaves and shit like that, and being this like, you know, like this, some shit that wasn't true. Like, I don't think they were doing no slavery shit. Like, and it could get deep because, you know, like when you start talking about the Anunnaki, it kind of is about slavery in a way, because Anunnaki creating all the human slavery genetic code to be able to use them to mine gold and shit like that. And then and that's getting deeper into some other shit though, so we don't really need to go there, because just keeping it moving right here, it's almost like, damn. Oh, I mean, sometimes it's just like everything you learn, you gotta internalize it. Like all the shit you learn in your thoughts, you gotta start internalizing that shit. And when you start internalizing all those thoughts, all those things, you kind of learn to adapt with that thought that you learned, right? Whether it's something you read or something you heard from someone, or an article or audiobook or some shit, or a video or a song, or you know, a movie or some shit, whatever you saw or heard, even shit you felt before, like certain experiences you had, right? And how that affected you, and the energy present within the thoughts you carry from that experience, and all that shit. When all that energy is present within you, sometimes it's like, you know, how do you decipher from some of the thoughts you got, from the ones that you want to use, and for the ones that you don't want to use and may not be useful in that moment for in the present moment that you're currently living. So you got to also like kind of pay attention sometimes, I feel, to the thoughts in your head, and that can get deep. The thoughts in your head carry a lot of significance, carry a lot of weight, right? So, and bringing all this back to motherfucking foundation right here, hold on. Ingraining this occult knowledge is the hidden knowledge, right? It's really about just integrating all that shit you learn with your life in the present moment. And even Bruce Lee would say some shit like, take what is useful, right? Discard what is useless. So even shit you hear, shit you learn and experiences, it's like you want to just kind of in the present moment just be yourself, like right here. chilling, vibing, and then looking at your motherfucking thoughts and shit and saying, oh, okay, right now, this is how I want to feel. This is what I want to take from this right here. And whatever the fuck I don't take, that can go. Whatever, right? That's kind of like just taking shit that's useful for you. And using all your past experiences, your trauma, and the conversations and the people you've been around, the energies you were in frequency and vibrational alignment with. You can take all of that, all those different experiences, thoughts, and memories or energies that are bound to you in your emotional and spiritual body, right? You can use all of that towards developing yourself mentally, spiritually, and physically, right? You take all of those experiences and everything you learn and everything you hear and all, you use that shit to tie it in with the present moment, right here, right now. And just living it up, living it the fuck up. It's best to the present moment, right the fuck here. Like, just live it the fuck up to the best of your potential, mind, body, mentally, physically, spiritually, mind, body, spirit type shit. So that's you know, that's some pyramid shit right there, you know, full trifecta. Boom, just like that, right there. So, and that's my experience with the occult, and that's kind of how I started getting into it, and it really led me to understanding that, yeah, just like anything, you know, any tool can be misused. Like like the same shit, the same wisdom that you get, and you gather within yourself and organize within yourself, the wisdom that you have, you can use that shit to either manipulate or to, you know, create and to be yourself and shit like that. And to, you know, fully embody yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually in the present moment. You can use it for that shit too. Like, you know, the occult is hidden. So you take the knowledge that is hidden, which is supposed to be, which is available to everyone who wishes to know this shit, who wants to know, and you may have certain lineage ties from your ancestors and shit like that to kind of lead you into this path to be, and you know, you have to, it almost would have chose you. You would have gravitated towards it for one way or another. So it's almost like a life path kind of way, you know? So this is kind of what integrated me into the Egyptian world and the Egyptian knowledge. And it actually happened, and we're gonna get to the next part right here. It actually happened within a vision I had during a meditation. Because I was doing this meditation from this motherfucking video I found on YouTube. I don't even remember which one it was, but it was this video I found on YouTube, and I was doing a meditation, just meditating on a past life. It was like a past life regression meditation. That's what it was right there. Oh, and that past life regression meditation was dope as fuck, because I couldn't tell if I was dreaming, and I couldn't tell if I was just shit. Get some of the water in here. Hold on one second. So in a past life regression meditation, I saw a vision and of me being in ancient Egypt, and I was, not to get into the details of that here right now, because we're gonna be talking about that in another video. And if y'all don't know what I'm doing right now, I'm just doing some Palo Santo burning in the dark, because that's the vibe right now. This is what I want to be on while I tell the story. Let's get into it right now. So, I'm gonna get some candles up in here in the next video or some shit. There's a dope idea right there. But just to get into it right now, the experience I had in that past life regression meditation of the vision I had of when I was in Egypt and shit. And it kind of taught me about my ancestors and shit and my lineage and why I kind of was, attracted to that energy vibration in the first place that got me into the situation with that motherfucker I was telling y'all about earlier. And it all led to me understanding that, you could always seek the wisdom and the knowledge externally, but at the end of the day, when you drive it internally, that's where you can get the most out of yourself, right there. It's driving that shit internally. You know what I'm saying? When you drive all of that, like I was telling you earlier, when you internalize all the thoughts, right? And the experiences and everything you get in the past. And that's within you. When you internalize all those things, all those energies, it's almost like you start to, oh man, it's just about to die. It's almost like you start to experience another place to be able to go within yourself to find most of the answers you seek, right? Because it's love of thyself that will guide you towards God. It's God, because God's everything. The self is the self within others, the self within motherfucking everything, energies. So, you got the boom right there. You got a choice to choose what kind of energies you want to dwell yourself into. And that kind of got me to a place now where it's like, oh, now I feel like I have control. And sometimes it does feel like control, really, but I more so say that it's like a balance, though. It's like a goddamn balance, ain't it? Because that's like the darkness. But the other side is me, myself. That's my light. That's my light in my in what I can embody and what I could be. So that's kind of all for this video. And we'll get into the nature of the past life regression meditation I had on a different video. But right now, just to kind of go over my experience with the Occult, what got me to here making these videos was all that. And this energy and way of being that I'm presently occupied within, residing in, So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just balanced, living it up, living my life. And I want to come on and try to share some form of energy that can captivate your perception of thought, to be able to be in heightened influence in some way, to expand a little bit, because we're all made of stars. We're all the stars. Astrology, baby. So I'm the type of person who likes to learn about a lot of things. I like to travel and like to learn about a lot of different things. So Moon in Sagittarius right there. Sun in Sagittarius, excuse me. It's Moon in Virgo right here. But that's part of my astrology right there that I remember learning. And it's not like I'm really occupied within what's happening astrologically every single day, because sometimes I like to take a break away from that shit. Because at the end of the day, I don't even know if motherfucking astrology is completely real sometimes, I don't like the planets and the sky and shit, But it would make a lot of sense. It does make a lot of sense. And I think it's a great tool. I just don't let it tell me everything. I just don't be sucked in by that shit entirely to the point where astrology is like motherfucking everything. Which it is everything and it's nothing at the same time. You know what? That's exactly what it is. It's everything and it's nothing. Astrology is everything and it's nothing at the same time. So, just like everything and nothing. Everything and nothing. We are everything and nothing. As within, so without. As above, so below. Egyptian Proverbs, fam. Get with the fucking program. That's what I'm saying. So let's get to it though. One last thing I want to say before I hop out this video, because I really just wanted to come on here, kind of express a little bit of my past, and kind of open up. And yeah, I'm looking forward to being here and doing my shit and giving what I can to everything I got. That's the vibe I'm in. So I appreciate y'all for whoever been watching this far. I just want to let you know, y'all spiritual family, y'all my niggas, like keeping it real, keeping it 100. Y'all the chosen ones. And yeah, I mean, sometimes it do feel like, you know, like life gets hard, fam. Shit gets hard, you know. Shit gets hard. And you know, sometimes we gotta all humble ourselves and just come down and motherfucking just keep it real and shit. Always keep it real. Always keep it real. But you know, just be down, just come down to earth and acknowledge God's presence in our lives through us. Ain't no motherfucking middleman like no Christianity or no Bible or no Judaism or no fucking Hinduism that or motherfucking any shit, any religion. They're all tied in with the religious shit. They're all tied in with that. I don't fuck with that energy too much, cause that's too much shit on your mind to get occupied within. If religion occupies a lot of your mind, you got to think, what the fuck? What's actually happening within me? You know, who am I? But that's not like you don't learn from religion though, because hey, you got to keep your perspective and open mindedness. Keep that shit like ready. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep your senses heightened to be able to sense all sorts of shit. God damn. I was like, fuck. This shit needs to be lit. Hold on. Man, it really is a vibe though. Being able to come on these videos and share and just kind of say, you know, whatever the fuck may be useful. And it's all the time. You know, we all share the motherfucking planet we stay on, so we gotta like kind of ground ourselves and, you know, see reality from our own perception. We got to be able to see reality sometimes and not so much get caught up in different forms of illusion that could be in different forms of expression and energy patterns within our lives and the shit around us. Like, you know, the shit within us and shit like that. And seeing how our internal world interacts with our external world to make the external world manifest things in certain situations in certain ways. So it's paying attention to see how we manifest things within our own lives in our own ways. And anyone can relate to that shit. That's in the present moment right here, right now. Like, anyone can relate to that shit right there. So, because it's all about learning. It's all about learning. It's always about expanding your sense of awareness and your perception and being open-minded. So being able to be diverse and learn about different ways of thinking, different patterns, and different different things that are talked about and shit like that, and kind of trying to understand how you relate to all those things as an individual and shit like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's all I got for this video. That's just to give y'all some basic kind of a little bit, basic shit, but kind of wanted to open it up with about that and share that with y'all. So if that served y'all in some way, that's what's up. Yeah, that's all for this video, fam. Appreciate you for watching this far. You family right here. You motherfucking family right here. Man, I love y'all. Peace.